Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about a bit of an interesting development regarding the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have fired defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell from their team after 2 years on Doug Peterson's staff. Defensive overhaul coming there. The Jaguars have gotten rid of Mike Caldwell and plenty of assistants on that Jaguars defensive staff. And one thing that Greg Auman talks about here, even if the Bucs don't have an opening on their defensive staff, you could see Mike Caldwell return to Tampa. He and Todd Bowles coached together with the Bucs, Jets, Cardinals, and Eagles. There's obviously a great amount of just camaraderie, respect there between Todd Bowles and Mike Caldwell. And hey, you very well could see Mike Caldwell return to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't think that would be very surprising to Greg Auman's point there, even if there isn't an opening, because, to be honest, all things considered, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers found replacements for Mike Caldwell in their staff. So obviously Mike Caldwell could not return to his original spot that he had as an inside linebackers coach for the Bucs from 2019 to 2021. But you could see some type of a role for Caldwell, maybe as an assistant head coach, maybe as some defensive consultant, something along those lines, just to get another voice in the room that Todd Bowles trusts, that, that overall Bowles likes to have. And one thing that's interesting, by the way, is for Greg Auman to assume, like, hey, he could return to Tampa even if the Bucs don't have an opening on their defensive staff. Is this Greg Auman saying that, hey, let's assume right now that Todd Bowles and his staff is coming back? Kind of reads like it that way, in my opinion. And again, Caldwell has been coaching linebackers and inside linebackers for so long in this league. I think that with the potential change you're going to be having to your inside linebackers with Levante David and Devin White on some expiring deals, with KJ Britt and Servassier Dennis possibly going to be getting elevated to better roles, it would be good to have a very veteran, very experienced coach here, now with former defensive coordinator experience here in Mike Caldwell. Could we even see, I don't even want to say that Caldwell is going to get a defensive coordinator spot with the Bucs. I doubt that, because I think that they've really liked what they've seen from Casey Rogers and from Larry Foote also. But some type of role, coaching consultant, any type of assistant type of role, whatever the role may be, I agree with Greg Auman here, where you could see Mike Caldwell return to the Bucs. And I think that it would be a good thing. I think that it would be good for the guys, the new guys in that linebacker room. You got to remember, KJ Britt has a lot of experience with Mike Caldwell. Servassier Dennis does not, but do you attribute a good amount of that development of KJ Britt to a guy like Mike Caldwell? It's a question that is worth asking. Do you attribute the, success that maybe Devin White had in 2020 and in a couple of other seasons to Mike Caldwell? You take a look, Mike Caldwell left and Devin White plummeted in terms of his overall play. Is that because Mike Caldwell wasn't there? I don't know. It's a question that could be asked there. I think Mike Caldwell is liked by the Bucs organization. He's obviously liked by Todd Bowles and his coaching staff. So a return does make a lot of sense. Keep an eye on this one. If this does happen, I'll obviously be making a separate video to discuss it. But another thing that was interesting for me is the wording of Greg Auman's tweet here. Again, this is Greg Auman from Fox Sports. Leads me to believe that, at least Greg Auman believes, that Todd Bowles and his coaching staff definitely may stick around here in Tampa Bay even after this 2023 playoffs, which I feel like I agree with that as well. It makes a lot of sense at the end of the day. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about this. I know it isn't like the flashiest type of move, but I like talking about stuff like this because you never know what type of coach, you never know what type of player can make an impact, guys. And I thought that Mike Caldwell seemed like he was developing some guys, seemed like he was doing a decent job. I think at one point, whenever Todd Bowles got promoted, was going to be the guy who, or was in consideration. I don't want to say he was going to be the guy, because to be honest, I have no idea if that was the case or not. But you assume, based on the fact that he got a defensive coordinator job for the Jacksonville Jaguars, he won a Super Bowl with the Bucs, he might have been a guy who, once Todd Bowles was promoted to head coach, he was a guy that may have been in consideration for the Bucs head coaching job before he took the job at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they gave the opportunity to the combination of Casey Rogers and Larry Foote. And also, Mike Caldwell's been an assistant head coach in the past for Todd Bowles from 2015 to 2018. He was that guy for Bowles in that Harold Goodwin role that is present right now. So maybe if you're expecting some changes, maybe Harold Goodwin is out and Mike Caldwell is in as the assistant head coach. That is also something to consider there. So a couple of different avenues the Bucs could go with this. It is going to be interesting to see what they end up doing and if Caldwell does ultimately return to the team. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this down in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now and go Bucs.